Hello again everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the South Node in Libra in a natal horoscope. Well, as most of you know, the South Node is associated with what we generally may have emphasized or accentuated in the first part of our lives, say to approximately age 30, may have been strongly to our detriment. All of these are considered overdeveloped qualities, and what we need generally to focus on more in the latter part of our lives is the North Node. While we don't necessarily eradicate the South Node completely, we get the thing to do is to try to get away from it strongly, but still integrate it maybe a little bit into the North Node as our lives progress. But anyway, the first thing about this is that when we look at the South Node in Libra, there may be some kind of propensity to acquiesce to others' needs, to others' wishes. There's a strong ability, not ability, but maybe this need or person feels compelled to compromise, when the reality is when they feel this strong need to compromise, they may be compromising their own needs perhaps. While we look at a South Node in Libra, could be somebody that really strongly uses the diplomatic side, the tactful side. The need, there may be a difficulty taking sides in situations and fear that it might cause a problem with somebody, and there might be a thing where they don't quote-unquote want to make waves too much. This is a position where the charming side can be very strong, and this person might be somebody that is someone that wants to appease others, whether it can be a partner, significant other. Libra is a sign that focuses strongly on relationships, and relationships can figure prominently with this person. But at the same time, this person may either be focusing on people maybe that might work to their detriment, and or could be depriving his or herself of their own needs. Now, looking at your own needs and focusing on the North Node in Aries, maybe it might come across as being somewhat egocentric or self-centered to others, but the ideal is to remember that relationships are important and can play an integral role in someone's life, but being a relationship to your own self is obviously very essential, and it's something that is obviously very important. And when you establish that, you could have perhaps the relationships with others a little bit, the relationships with the right people, and also have maybe better relationships with others when you have that stronger connection with yourself in getting your own, basically your own needs taken care of. But we look at this South Node in Libra, maybe someone that wants to be the kind of like might emphasize very strongly the peace in their life. They might have some inclination toward the arts, toward beauty, which is not bad. It's just something where maybe this was overemphasized and it took away from maybe the development of the person, his or herself. Now we look at this position, and when we look at the South Node in Libra, the calling is to go to the North Node in Aries, and that's showing the pioneering side, the assertive, aggressive side, willing, probably a little bit more spontaneity, and really to show possibly a little bit more of the courage, as opposed to the South Node in Libra, which is more about having the tranquility and maybe in taking a step back and afraid maybe to be confrontational, then because due to the fact that him or her wanted to keep a relationship intact, or just didn't want strife or discord in his or her life. Now the Aries going to the Aries North Node, this could be a person that feels compelled in the latter part of his or her life to take care of his or her own self and show, like as I stated, show maybe the aggressive, the more upfront, outspoken qualities that are associated with the sign of Aries. Perhaps this person might feel a calling to be something toward a career or vocation that is associated with courage and valor. It could be something like a firefighter, policeman. Maybe this person gets an interest in maybe even the military, law enforcement of some kind. Maybe work with metals, because Mars, the ruler of Aries, is associated with metals. So it's basically not being self-centered, but the North Node in Aries is the calling for the person to kind of focus on his or her own needs, and at the same time, in doing so, this person can at some point look at other people and be able to help other people out to some degree, but not to a point where it dominates his or her existence. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the South Node in Libra in a natal horoscope. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about the South Node in Scorpio in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis on a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.